Mr. Marek Gróbarczyk, Minister of Maritime Economy and Inland Navigation, take the floor.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure for me to open the second meeting, CEEC China Second Transport Ministers Meeting and Business Forum, which is commencing the Secretariat for Maritime Issues. I would like to welcome the President of the Council of Ministers, the Prime Minister, Ms. Beata Szydło. I would like to welcome the Minister of Infrastructure and Construction of Poland, Mr. Andrzej Adamczyk. I would like to welcome Ms. Elżbieta Witek, the Minister in the Ministerial Office, Ms. Dorota Arciszewska-Mielewczyk. I would like to wholeheartedly welcome the heads of delegations from Central and Eastern Europe and China. And in particular, I would like to welcome the Minister of Transport of the People's Republic of China, Mr. He Changjiang. The Minister of Energy of Albania, Ms. Dorina Chinari. The Minister of Communication and Transport of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Mr. Ismir Jusko. The Minister of Transport, IT, Technologies and Communication of Bulgaria, Mr. Velik Zanchev. The Minister of Sea, Transport and Infrastructure of Croatia, Ms. Nikolina Brnjac. The Minister of Transport of Latvia, Mr. Uldis Augulis. The Minister of Transport and Communication of Lithuania, Mr. Richardas Degutis. The Minister of Transport and Communication of Macedonia, Ms. Zorina Apostolska. The Minister of Transport and Maritime Affairs of Montenegro, Mr. Osman Nurkovic. The Minister of Construction, Transport and Infrastructure of Serbia, Mr. Zoran Lakicevic. The Minister of Infrastructure of Slovenia, Mr. Peter Gasperčič. And the head of the delegation of Estonia, Mr. Taivo Imanegi. The head of the delegation of the Czech Republic, Mr. Michal Friedrich. The head of the delegation of Hungary, Mr. Josef Horvat. The head of the delegation of Romania, Mr. Marian Tanase. The head of the delegation of Slovakia, Mr. Jozef Moravčík. I warmly welcome a special representative for cooperation within a 16+1 initiative, Ms. Ambassador Huo Yuzhen. It is my great pleasure to welcome the ambassadors who have arrived to today's meeting. I'd like to welcome the members of parliament and senators, secretaries of state and undersecretaries of state. I'd like to welcome the marshals, the representatives of business. I would like to welcome the heads of all the seaports of all the countries from 16+1 initiative. I welcome all the guests who have come to today's event. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you at the event which officially and in the presence of so great guests, we initiate the operation of the Secretariat for Maritime Issues of Central Eastern European countries and China, which is seated in Poland. The cooperation of the region of CEC and China, which is a priority at the moment for both parties, gets an important impulse today because the sector of inland navigation and maritime navigation will join it. It's here in Warsaw during today's meeting of the Ministers of Transport that we want to elaborate a concept for the entire 16 countries in order to create a joint vision and joint infrastructural projects joining particular countries of our region, and in order to establish contact and direct cooperation with China. We are standing up in front of a great chance for a great success, revitalization of maritime transport and river transport, and what follows, increasing the importance of maritime economy. Therefore, I wholeheartedly encourage all of you, ladies and gentlemen, ministers and representatives of business. I would like to encourage you and welcome you to cooperation within the framework of the Secretariat for Maritime Issues 16+1. Please exchange experiences, organize joint ventures, organize events, make assumptions and plans. I promise that we'll do all the best for the initiative to be our joint common success. I'm convinced that our cooperation in the near future will bring measurable effects. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I will give the floor to the President, to the head of the Council of Ministers, the Prime Minister, Beata Szydło.